Hi and welcome back to Normski TV, doing another transfer daily, all things Arsenal, incomings and outgoings. And so first of all, want to just report on news coming out from Gold regarding midfielder Bruno Guimarães, who currently plays for Lyon. Arsenal are looking at an alternative to Locatelli. Obviously that deal, where we're trying to get Locatelli for 35 million or 34 million, I can't remember the actual price, but they're in talks with Juventus at the moment. But it seems as if there's no chance that Arsenal are going to get him. He wants to go to Juve, and if the deal doesn't happen, then he'll probably wait until next season and go there. I don't think he wants to come to Arsenal. It's been said that he's rejected Arsenal. And listen, we just got to just move on from there. But Goal is claiming that Arsenal are in talks with the Lyon midfielder Bruno Guimarães for this summer. And Lyon apparently are desperate to offload a number of players in order to balance their books. Obviously, you know the situation across Europe. A lot of sides are being affected financially because of the pandemic, and they need to get rid of players. And so it looks as if Arsenal are going to take advantage of this. Edu apparently has been a long-term admirer of Bruno, and maybe this is a chance to get him. Again, he fits the profile. He's 23 years old. He spent 18 months at Lyon after joining, I'll just read it here, after joining the club from Atletico Paranaense, clocking up 46 appearances in that time. He has certainly caught the eye, with Edu trying to get him before Lyon spent 70 million to sign the one-time Brazilian international. Now, Arsenal are going back in for Bruno, and the report claims that Arsenal have already held talks with Lyon, though this is early at the moment, and it's believed that Lyon are ready to cash in on the midfielder given their tricky financial position. Obviously, Arsenal need midfielders. You know, you've got Granit Xhaka that's likely to leave. That's been rumbling on. Won't go on about that. And we need to get a midfielder in. It looks like Neves is going to go to Man United. They seem to be quite far down the road with regards to that negotiation there. So if we could get this guy, you know, it would be good. As I said, he's 23 years old, fits the profile of Arsenal. And I said, with all the midfielders that we've lost, Guendouzi going to Marseille, Lucas Torreira, don't know what's happening with him. And as I said, Granit Xhaka, we're just waiting. Lokonga's coming, but he's long-term prospect. He's playing quite well in the pre-seasons, but listen, when crunch or push comes to shove, when it comes to the real games, will he be able to stand up? Now, Bruno, decent player, and Arsenal have been interested in him. So there's a possible chance that we could get this player, but it's whether Lyon are willing to let him go. As I said, they need to get rid of a lot of players because of their financial situation. But you see, the thing is, they know that Arsenal have got the money. It's been bandied around that we want to spend money on Locatelli, Maddison, you name it. So they're going to look at that and think, you know what? Let's push the price up. Do you know what I mean? I can see that happening. But looking at this, the deal is saying that he's worth around 25 million. I'm just reading it because Bruno's more of a progressive midfielder than the Lokonga. It says ideal for the injury room. He's an excellent in possession and looks to get the ball forward. But whether Arsenal can depend on his answer provided previous suggests from FC Internews that it could be worth around about 25.5 million pounds. But still, it's in Arsenal's price bracket. Decent enough. Another Brazilian. Let's see what happens concerning that. So that's Bruno Guimarães. Arsenal possibly in talks with Lyon concerning trying to do a deal with him. Right, let's move on. Now, the James Maddison story still won't go away. And, Arsenal are still in talks, apparently holding back channel talks with Leicester City over a possible deal with James Maddison. And, they're saying that the Gunners are willing to reach a reasonable compromise on a fee. Now, the AFC Bell reports that Arsenal have appointed a broker to have hold back channel talks with Leicester City over a possible deal for James Maddison. Leicester we're hearing that the price that they've set is something like £70 million. Now, whether Arsenal can afford that, don't know. The only reason why I'm thinking that that's gone up, and it's just been reported that part of the problem is that Norwich City are due to profit from Maddison's sale, and I think they want a 10 to 15% buy-on clause or fee. So that, with that in mind, Leicester obviously bumped their price up because obviously they want to get a decent chunk out of this. If Norwich are going to get 10 to 15%, then that's possibly why Leicester have pushed the price up. Now, we could. I know Leicester are interested in Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Could we use Ainsley Maitland-Niles as the makeshift, as part of the deal, to kind of soften it a bit? But just don't know at the moment. Listen, the story ain't going away. Arsenal are very much interested in Maddison, and it would be great if we could get the guy. As you said, he's 24 years old. Hearing people like Henry talking about they like Gary Neville, they like his tenaciousness, they like his cockiness and that, and he'd be a character if he did come to the Arsenal. And listen, the guy scores goals, the midfielder. Some people say that he's possibly got injury problems, but I'm hoping that's not the case. I mean, last season he was off injured, and so he was out for a little while, but still gave a small return in terms of goals. He still was able to come back and score goals for Leicester. Now, I'm hoping the news is saying that what's his name? The manager was when they did their pre-season game. I can't remember who they played yesterday or the day before, and it was said that James Maddison only came on for the second half. Now, read into that what you wish, or what you will, with regards to that. It's difficult because the situation with the manager and Maddison is that there's been a falling out, and maybe this is a possible way or a possible chance that James Maddison could leave the club, because obviously his relationship with Brendan Rodgers. We'll have to wait and see. As I said, this thing is going to rumble on. I know a number of other reporters like Fabrizio Romano suggested that this deal probably ain't going to get done because of the used price tag, but it just seems like this deal won't go away, and Arsenal are tentatively talking in the background, got a broker to see whether a deal can be struck, and if Leicester see that Arsenal going to meet that fee, then there's a chance that we can do it. Obviously, you want to try and look at all forms of look at ways in which we can actually broker the deal. As I said, using like players involved in that, but we'll have to wait and see what happens concerning that. Now, the Lautaro Martinez. Now, listen, again, that is still surfacing, and there's talk this week. The Telegraph was speaking about that Arsenal have shown some interest in Lautaro Martinez. Brilliant player, plays for Inter Milan, 24 years old, goal scorer. Does it look far-fetched? Inter Milan are talking £60 million. Is it something that can be done? Maybe Bellerin could be part of the deal. We know that Bellerin wants to leave Arsenal. His representatives apparently are in talks with Inter Milan and trying to push this deal through. I think his representatives are there speaking with Arsenal as well to try and push this deal through. Arsenal want to sell him for 20 million. Inter Milan really want him on a loan deal with an option to buy, but Arsenal would prefer to sell him and get cash, or if he does do a loan deal with an obligation to buy, could he be part of the deal to make this happen? Now, according to Peter O'Rourke, who was speaking to Football Terrace, he says that Peter O'Rourke then reported that Arsenal would be ready and willing to offer Hector Bellerin to Inter in a part exchange deal, given Martinez's price tag of as much as £77 million. So I got the actual say it's £77 million, not 60. Sorry about that. Arsenal would be paying money on top of the swap. Given that the interest from Inter Milan is desire to join the Serie A side, this appears to be genuine. This could be one way to make the deal happen. Reports suggest that Inter are open to sign Bellerin without actually committing to a transfer fee, likely a loan, as I said, with an option to buy it. But a part swap deal would be another way to make that deal happen without Arsenal losing out. As I said, he was talking to the football terrorist concerning that, and he believes that Arsenal, something could happen. But as I said, this is going to be probably far down the road. We'll have to just wait and see concerning that. But the two players that are priced really high, £77 million and £70 million for, respectively, James Maddison, is this out of Arsenal's price bracket, or are they going to work out a way to fund these big, massive deals? It would be great if we could get either one of those. I mean, Martinez, striker, brilliant. We need creativity. We've got to see what happens concerning that. So just, again, let's watch this space. Now, other news. Apparently, Chelsea are prepared to slash Tammy Abrams' price tag of 40 million by 5 million to 35 million pounds. This is being reported by Sky News because at the moment it seems that buying clubs are not willing to pay that price for Tammy Abrams. Obviously, Chelsea want him off the books because they need to fund the Allen deal, and they need to get him off the books. Again, Arsenal are said to be interested in him. He's obviously a much cheaper option than Martinez. What would you do? Would you spend your money? 35 million, that's nearly half the value of Lautaro Martinez. Or would you go for a Tammy Abrams now with the price slashed at 35 million pounds? There are a number of clubs interested in him. West Ham have been showing interested in him. And, obviously Arsenal, and I can't remember who the other club is, but I think it's Aston Villa as well. Would you spend 35 million on Tammy Abrams? He was Chelsea's joint top goal scorer along with Arvets, even though he did play most of the second part of the season when Tuchel took over. So would you take Tammy Abrams? He's 23 years old, Arsenal supporter, as we know. Would you take him? He's on, I think, currently on £80,000 or £85,000 a week. That would look to double, or when I say double, I think he's looking for £125,000 a week. Would you take Tammy Abrams? Put it in the comments. Let me know what you think concerning that. Let's just see if there's any other news as I scan through the football. Can't see anything now. Let's just scroll down, see if there's any latest stuff. I talked about Tammy Abrams. I talked about the midfielder. And let's finish off with this one. And this is Willian. Now, God knows why this guy is still playing for us, and we really need to get him off the books. Apparently, the unwanted Arsenal winger Willian doesn't want to return to his native Brazil, according to the journalist George Nicholas. Apparently, he was being linked with Flamenco. He obviously priced himself out of a deal to join Inter Miami, and because of his wages, he's nearly £200,000 a week. So he's happy to just sit. He's 32 years old. By the time he finishes, he'll be 35. We can't afford to have this guy on our books. He's just going to hold Arsenal back. But listen, he's played 37 games for us and netted 1 goal. Dave, you was right, mate. We got duped. Yeah, we got Williams' bad twin. That's all I've got to say. But it is what it is. Still can't get him off our books. And there are a number of players, as I said, I want to repeat again, that we need to get off our books. Granit Xhaka, as I said, hopefully something will happen. You got Bellerin, you got Kolasinac, who's still playing. Lucas Torreira, El Nene, Willock, Nelson, Nketiah. There's just so many players to just just over 2 weeks, 15 days before the Premier League starts up opening game against Brentford, and we still haven't really shifted the main players that we want gone. Obviously, we haven't seen, you know, Granit Xhaka featuring any of the friendlies, and that's because obviously, you know, just coming back from the Euros and that. But listen, at the end of the day, Leno was back playing for Arsenal, but it seems as if the deal with Granit Xhaka to Roma, I think that will get done. It's just that Roma need to sell a few players, from what I'm hearing, to you know, actually build a fee up to be able to pay Arsenal. They're still a little way off, but I think the deal will get done. But it's just long at the moment. It's long. We gotta get these players off our books. You know, it's just a pity because we've only got two players that have been taking part in pre-season. Ben White hasn't taken part in pre-season. He's close to being announced. He's had his medical, and hopefully we might hear an announcement tomorrow, Friday, and then we'll see what we'll do after that. But as I said, we've still got just under 6 weeks before the transfer window. Well, not 6 weeks, 4 weeks before the transfer window closes, the 31st of August. So we really need to get rid of our players that are surplus to requirements. They just are holding things up at the moment, and Arsenal need, as I said, to pull their fingers out. Guys, thanks for watching the video. Please like, subscribe if you're new, share, and I'll see you on the next Transfer Daily. Take care.